Sorry, yeah.
Ella, cool. And what needs fixing, Ella?
I've got loads of different things.
Right.
I've got fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, kidney disease, underactive thyroid,
Right.
B12 deficiency,
Yep.
IBS. So
Yep.
just everything hurts all the time.
Right. Everything hurts all the time.
Yeah, I don't get
Okay.
any pain-free days.
Right. Okay. So just close your eyes for me. Okay. Well, if we go back to caveman days, if we can open that door, Jane, just to get more air through. Yeah. I think I don't want to open that one particularly. Yeah, cool. If we go back to caveman days, there were times in our life where we were safe. Sat around the campfire, we got the whole family there. We knew we were safe. We could relax. Breathing deeply, yeah, releasing noradrenaline. We were safe. There were other times we were running away from that saber-toothed tiger. Couldn't get up that tree fast enough. We knew we were in danger. But there was a whole tranche of time where we didn't know if we were safe or in danger. We just didn't know. The inbuilt default system, therefore, is to tell you that there is danger, even when there's not. So what this means is when we look within our bodies for what is hurting, we don't look for what feels good. Yeah, and so when I hear everything hurts all of the time, I really want to know what's the exception.
I haven't got. I don't know.
Okay,
I really don't know.
all right. So I'm going
It
to.
feels like everything.
Okay, yeah. But what he's trying to do is work with your beliefs, because what's happening is we've got a supercomputer in this body. It's the most amazing computer on the face of the earth, and it's saying everything hurts all of the time. Guess what the reality will be? Everything will hurt all of the time. So I want you to take your awareness into the tip of your nose. Okay, does the tip of your nose hurt? No. Yay! Bullseye. All right, so the tip of the nose, right, into your ears. Do your ears hurt? The outer part of the ears.
No.
All right, okay. Do the back of your heels hurt?
Yes.
Do the sides of the heels hurt?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. You scan your body, where else doesn't hurt? I've got the tip of the nose, I've got the outer part of the ears. All right, and I've just got to adjust your posture, right? Your arm going like, right, I want you to look at that line where the ceiling meets the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Right. I'll tell you for why. When we see somebody, I had a healing centre, and a man came to my healing centre on retreat because his mind was too busy. And I watched him walk around the garden like this. And he did this for about 3 days. And so then I said, I think you might want to learn meditation. I know how to meditate. I've seen you walking around the garden. Imagine somebody walking around like this. They're totally in their head. When you're totally in your head, guess what that manifests? Yeah? All right. Now, look up there, keep looking up there. Right. When you look down and to your right, so you can all try it, she's not allowed to, right? Look down and to your right. I want you to say, you're rubbish, you. You're absolutely useless, it's hopeless, it's a lost cause. And that will stick. Now I want you to look up and say, you're rubbish, you are. You're absolutely worthless, it's a lost cause. It doesn't work at all. You cannot. No matter what negative words go through, when you are looking up at a 45-degree angle, which you are just about, it doesn't stick. And there was a doctor in the 1950s discovered this, and all these patients with depression, he fixed them by sending them out there to count clouds. No drugs, but you see, don't make any money. All right? Now, so keeping your awareness up there, scan where doesn't hurt. Forehead,
No, that hurts.
temples,
No, at the moment I've got a headache, so.
right? Third eye,
Yeah.
that's okay. Top of lip, chin.
Yeah.
Find the bits that don't hurt. Find the bits that don't hurt. Just go through making an inventory of what doesn't hurt, okay? Remember, pain is the teacher of last resort. So when we haven't learnt it any other way, then we get pain. Okay. Now, as we go through our life, we have a sense of self. When I was born, my parents gave me the name Jeanette. Didn't know who Jeanette was. Just knew that I'm Jeanette and that's Karen and that's Paul. It's like a little label so that they let me know when they want to talk to me, or they let Karen know when it's her turn to do the dishes. But those names don't tell us anything about ourselves. And as we go through life, it's very natural to try and build a sense of self, or to try and find out who we are. And I first started doing that when I went to school. And I started to build my sense of self out of what I was good at. And I was really good at writing. I could write Jeanette, 8 letters. Bob couldn't write his name. So I felt superior to Bob, because I can write Jeanette and I can write Bob and I can write Mary, and the teacher got me helping other kids to learn to read and write. I wasn't actually any more intelligent than the kids. I just had a parent who spent some time teaching me that skill. But I didn't know that when I was 5. I thought I was amazing. Now, when it came to hitting a ball at rounders, I stood there with the bat, didn't know what to do. I had no idea of hand-eye coordination because my parents never played rounders with me. So my sense of self was then, I am no good at sports. I didn't just say rounders, it was all sports. I have no hand-eye coordination, which is really funny because then when I did art, I was really good at art, and you need hand-eye coordination for art. You've either got hand-eye coordination or you haven't. But very often, the point of the story is, we derive our sense of self from the things that happen to us, whether we're good at something or not. And we tend to be good at the things that we like, and not so good at the things that we don't like. And which comes first? If I was good at dancing, maybe I'd like dancing. Yeah. If I'd been better playing the euphonium, I got a euphonium. I'm like 3'6" and I get a euphonium. You know what a euphonium is? It's the one down from the tuba. The instrument was bigger than I was, so I didn't like music. But I was no good at it. Why I was no good at it? I didn't practice it. So we derive our sense of the self from our experiences of the past. But that's not who we are. You are not the things that have happened to you in the past. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you're not the things that have happened to you in the past, does it feel funny keeping your eyes up there? Yeah. Right. So if you are not the things that have happened to you in the past, who are you? Now, many people, right, they derive their sense of self from the stories of the past, and then they mentally project themselves into the future. The hardest thing I've needed to do this lifetime is stop doing that. We have been so conditioned, when I get the next job, when I get the next house, when I get married, when I have children, when I retire. How hard is it to just stay here in this moment? If you stay here in this moment, you will disengage from the ego. But most of us, we're here, but we're thinking about the future when I do this. And so we sustain our ego, the false self, by mentally projecting into the future. So, you are not your past. You are not your mental projection of the future. Who are you? You are a divine being having a physical experience. And sometimes what happens is we get given labels like chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia or osteomyelitis or whatever it is. And we can form a self out of a condition. But you're not your conditions. They're just temporary conditions. Temporary. All conditions are temporary. Why? Because energy moves. The nature of disease is not static, but we have been programmed to turn things, give things a past and a future. We've been programmed. But everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Energy moves, energy shifts. Right, now, just let me know again, where doesn't hurt at the moment? Just give me some of the places that don't hurt. Tongue, does tongue hurt?
No.
Yay, cool. Where else doesn't hurt?
Teeth,
Teeth?
throat.
Cool, that's all good.
Mhm.
Oh, that's pretty good. Right, cool, cool. Right, now close your eyes, but while you've got your eyes closed, still keep your eyeballs looking up at 45 degrees. Okay. Now, as he did that sound, he's just said it's on like an astral level, sorry. You don't deserve this condition. Yeah. How many times have you said to yourself, I don't deserve this?
Yeah.
Lots of times, eh? You don't deserve this. Okay, so he's asking you, what do you deserve? Health?
Yeah.
To be a picture of health? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Say that to you. I deserve to be healthy.
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 Cool. And now let's change it to I am healthy. Oh, resistance. Resistance.
Yeah.
What might happen though if she could do that?
Get better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Right. And I'm fascinated. How do your feet feel?
Bit better actually, yeah.
Oh, feeling a bit better.
Mhm.
Okay. Right, so our body listens to our mind. Okay? Our body listens to our mind 24/7. So, let me give you an example. I'm feeling tired. Oh, I've got to do it to yourself. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling tired, yeah? Guess what happens? You start feeling tired. Now, I am recharging. I am recharging. I am recharging. Yeah. You just change your chemistry. You can change your own body's chemistry. Okay. All right. Now, we've got to play around with one of your beliefs. It's to do with deservedness. I don't deserve this. Oh, God. Right, I have to think of one from my life. I'm an expert in my life, not in hers, so one from my life. Sometimes I don't deserve my partner's behaviour. I feel like I don't deserve this. Okay. We do not get in life what we deserve. Have you noticed this yet? Nobody's getting what they deserve. Donald Trump is not getting what he deserves. The drug pharmaceutical people are not getting what they deserve yet. Yet, all right. So nobody's getting what they deserve. So if we're not getting what we deserve, what are we getting? We're experiencing life in accordance with what we expect. It's our beliefs. It's our beliefs. Okay, so you don't get what you deserve. Nobody gets what they deserve. Rapists don't get what they deserve. Paedophiles don't get what they deserve. Nobody's getting what